It's easy to see why this jewelry is a popular seller at this Portsmouth boutique. What's hard to believe is that it's created by a 14-year-old boy. When not playing hockey or doing homework, A.J. Bellabana can be found crafting fine jewelry in silver and gold.
What pieces do you like making the most?
Things with the saw are mainly my favorite because it's like the most challenging.
He may be the grandson of Senator Jeanne Shaheen, but it's AJ's talent that caught the eye of the owner of Making Faces.
The first time we saw the jewelry, the craftsmanship, and the work that went into it, it was just a no-brainer that we wanted to carry the jewelry line. But the story behind it, just knowing that it's a young boy who has this creative gift that he's pursuing, it's amazing.
These have been a very popular seller for him. Lots of women. I've actually ran into a woman the other day and said, "You have my son's earrings on." She had never met me before. So that's, you know, it's exciting.
I was pretty excited and happy that people actually wanted it.
This creative outlet has given AJ, who has struggled with dyslexia, newfound confidence.
So the J in it, how it's like backwards, stands for how I'm dyslexic.
When he got into middle school, you know, like it or not, it becomes very obvious and confidence, you know, gets low. And so we're trying hard to find something that AJ felt good about, and this just happened naturally.
It started in 6th grade with a pewter class in tech ed. He loved it so much he made more pieces during lunch and asked to do it at home.
Can we buy a block of pewter and something to melt the pewter? And my husband and I looked at each other and thought, no.
AJ's grandfather suggested he work with a local silversmith.
All right, you pass.
Yes.
Through classes with jewelry designer Autumn Hampshire, he's learned to use the tools of the trade.
It's really challenging to, you know, with this tool, to cut out a piece of metal and have it be so detailed. So he just has a natural talent with that.
What did your parents think about you wanting a torch in the house?
They said no. And then, well, my dad said no, but then eventually me and my mom convinced him.
That's really exciting to me to see that he's got that much passion that he wants to carry through and make a career or a, you know, future out of it.
Along with selling items at Making Faces, AJ makes custom orders and has even been asked to create wedding bands.
Do you know how cool that is?
Not entirely, but I know it's pretty cool.
I think he's done great. He's a very fast learner.
What I'm most happy about is that it's a pathway for him and a sense of confidence and a real pathway for his future.
A fold here, a crease there, Anna Pfeiffer has perfected the art of Japanese origami, creating cranes sculpted from paper.
You have this down to a science.
I really do.
The 8th grader has had a lot of practice. Anna started folding these birds 5 years ago after reading a book in 3rd grade about a girl with cancer who set out to make 1,000 cranes so she would be granted a wish. Anna's grandfather had just been diagnosed with cancer.
That connected with me for my grandfather. I wanted him to run again or to be happy again or do what he wanted to do. But I had to make 1,000 cranes first.
Her mission began by watching how-to videos on YouTube.
Yeah, it took me 4 hours to get something. I mean, like it was the first one kind of looks like a frog, and then it just got worse from there.
She eventually got the hang of it and enlisted the help of others.
That was really an amazing thing for me to see, was how the community really rallied around a little girl.
Along with the cranes for her grandfather, she made and sold crane earrings to raise money for cancer research.
So I'd go to school with my little notepad and I'd write down all the names of people and how many they wanted.
After months of work, Anna surprised her grandfather at a family reunion.
He was completely shocked, and he came back to his hotel room and we had spread the cranes all over his floor. So he walked in and here were these 996 cranes all over his room. And that night we made the last 4 and he made the 1,000th one.
Sadly, Anna lost her grandfather in 2013, but her crane project that she started when she was 9 continues to raise money for cancer research. This 14-year-old donates a portion of her earring sales to the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute in Boston.
My friend's mom goes there, and so it was just amazing to think that I could be helping her in a way.
Originally, Anna set out to raise $1,000, but she has surpassed her goal.
She has raised nearly $10,000. She's thriving, and her work is excellent quality and craftsmanship, and she's an artist, and I think she's awesome.
Anna's crane earrings are sold at 18 Friend Street in Amesbury. Also in the shop, birdhouses and bird feeders created by her 11-year-old brother. Robert donates a portion of every sale to the Fisher House, which provides housing to military families.
Young entrepreneurs are, I think they're an inspiration to a lot of people.
Having made thousands of cranes now, Anna's wish is to spread happiness, courage, and hope.
They have hope. I think that, not necessarily that they'll be granted a wish, but that cancer will end one day.